It feels very strange not to be standing in a hall starting an assembly, but sitting at home, as you probably are too, so I'll give it my best shot and hope that it entertains you for a few minutes. So I was thinking what would be the best thing to talk about, given that we're all watching this at home, and I thought back to when I first started teaching. I was a year 9 tutor and the head of year who was very proudly quite a grumpy character, but he had a heart of gold really, and he still has. He decided to start his assembly by playing the sound of recorded laughter, which hopefully you've heard at the beginning of this video. And he said absolutely nothing for what felt like about 15 minutes, but it was probably 5. And slowly every single teacher and every single student in the hall couldn't help themselves but start to laugh, and by the end of that time people were doubled over in their seats laughing and laughing. And all through this, Mr. Giles, the head of year, said absolutely nothing until the very end when he stopped the recording, and he said something along the lines of "Laughter, the best medicine, don't forget it," and that was the end of the assembly. And it stuck with me because it was the most simple assembly ever and it didn't take loads of planning, but it really was funny, and everybody left and went into the day with a smile on their faces, which would seem to be quite an important thing for us all to be doing at the moment. So I'm going to talk to you about why laughter really is the best medicine. So I've got some facts that I'm going to share with you. Hopefully you'll find them interesting. So laughter is a very primitive way of making a sound. It's actually more like an animal call than any speech, which is why you could go to any culture that's unfamiliar to you anywhere in the world, and even if you don't share the same language, people will recognise that laughter is laughter. You'll have noticed that a bit like our fingerprints, everybody laughs differently, and that can also make us laugh because some people make very strange noises. They might wheeze or squeak or gasp or even snort. Laughter's been well described in other primates too, so gorillas, chimpanzees, orangutans have all been recorded as laughing, and there's also evidence from scientists that rats can be made to laugh as well. And if you just have a little look online, and I'm hoping you might be able to see some pictures now, there's plenty of evidence on the internet that suggests that many other animals can laugh too. Why we laugh is because it's a social emotion. We use it to create relationships and social bonds with each other. And it's thought that early humans used laughter as a way of diffusing fighting, and that's how humans have learnt to live in huge groups and communities where animals rarely live in such big numbers together. And we laugh most frequently, not like you might think when someone's telling a joke or watching comedy, but just in normal conversation. And in fact, a study's found that people laugh 7 times on average for every 10 minutes of conversation. And you only have to be walking along the street at lunchtime and you'll see so many students laughing as they're chatting to each other. And the great thing about laughter is that it is contagious. It's fun, it's free, and it's really easy to share with friends and family, even when we're all at home and unable to go and visit people. So I'm going to talk to you about how we can use laughter as medicine, why it's actually going to make our lives better. So I've got some facts here for you. Laughter boosts the immune system. It decreases stress hormones and increases immune cells and infection-fighting antibodies. So it's good for our health. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins, which are the chemicals that naturally make us feel good, and that gives us a sense of well-being, so it's good for our mental health, but it can also temporarily relieve pain and has been used in hospitals, for example. Laughter also protects your heart because it improves the function of your blood vessels and increases your blood flow. It also burns calories. So an interesting fact, one study found that laughing for 10 to 15 minutes a day can burn approximately 40 calories, and a big belly laugh uses about the same energy as walking more than half a mile. Laughter diffuses anger and conflict. Looking at the funny side of something can put problems into perspective and enables you to get on and sort out a problem. And laughter can even help you to live longer, according to a study in Norway that found that people with a strong sense of humour outlive those who didn't laugh as much. So there are plenty of reasons why to have lots of laughter in your life there. So what can you do now once you turn this video off? What things could you do to try and bring some more laughter into your day? Well, smiling is the beginning of laughter. So smile more, practice smiling, practice laughter. It's contagious. You'll make the people around you laugh too. And create opportunities to laugh, particularly important at the moment because we are all at home and unable to see the people we might normally laugh with. So watch a funny film, watch a YouTube video that makes you laugh, play a funny game. Just do something silly, safe but silly, share a good joke or a funny story with friends and family, and you can do that on the phone, you can do it via WhatsApp, you can use social media to do that. Seek out funny people. So you have friends who are funny, their playful point of view will make your life happier. And bring humour into your conversations, whether that's having a chat on the phone or if you're typing an email to someone, ask people what's the funniest thing that's happened to you today in your life in the last couple of weeks, and laugh about those stories and remember funny things that have happened. And if you're really stuck for ideas, when I was researching this assembly, I amused myself watching some online laughter yoga classes, which really does exist. There are classes all around the world. It started in India, so you could always have a go at joining in one of those. There's a psychologist and professor called Richard Wiseman from the University of Hertfordshire who's recently talked about the importance of laughter now in this situation where some people are understandably anxious and finding it very strange and unsettling that we are all at home and being given guidance about how to stay safe. And what he said is that laughter can help in a crisis, and you should not feel guilty about laughing in a situation that might feel a little bit strange or uncertain. And he says finding the funny, as long as it doesn't hurt anyone else of course, is a common way of humans coping with stressful situations. So there are lots of good reasons why we should be laughing today. This same professor, Dr. Wiseman, he teamed up with the British Science Association a few years ago and created a laugh lab, which was scientific research into the funniest joke. Now, there's a great document that you could read if you wanted to about this, but I just thought I'd share this with you. The most frequently submitted joke into his research experiment was this joke, which actually used to be my favourite joke, but apparently nobody found it funny in the survey. So here's the joke. What's brown and sticky? A stick. The joke that got more laughs though was this one. Two ducks were sitting in a pond. One of the ducks said, "Quack." The other duck said, "I was going to say that." Teachers shouldn't tell jokes, should they? Anyway, that's the end of my assembly, so I'm going to leave you with some more laughter. I hope you all stay safe, stay well, and we all look forward to seeing you soon. Bye!